Yeah, I'm ready, yes.
Hello and welcome to the final ever Rony's Tuesday Fun Race in Live for Speed, round 7 of the 2025 calendar at Kyoto Ring GP Long Boothy with the LX6. It is the 1st of April 2025 and we're here for the 355th and final RTFR, and joining me in the commentary box tonight it's Eoin Harmon. Eoin, how are you?
Hi Pete, yeah, it's a mighty fine day to be at this occasion for the final ever Ronnie's Tuesday Fun Race, so yeah, let's give it a go.
Indeed. Let's see what we've got in store for you this evening. It's a treat. We're at Boothy, the Boothy edition of Grand Prix Long. And yeah, we have had 60 minutes of qualifying, which has concluded. And we're going to get 12 laps of racing around the longest configuration, standard configuration at Kyoto for tonight's action. And with the LX6, which is always a treat, the rear-wheel drive 1.8 litre inline-6 configuration, Caterham 7 inspired open top kit car, essentially, weighing in at just over half a ton with 190 brake horsepower. This thing's a beast at the best of times, Owen, and a handful at the worst. But the drivers are going to enjoy it around here tonight, I think.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it definitely does have that extra power compared to the LX4. We're working a lot harder, particularly through the middle sector sweepers. Lots of tricky corners to come, and of course the Boothy chicane will greet the drivers towards the end of the lap. If they're already feeling a bit worn out, they've got to be really alert as they head into that final complex of corners.
Well, it is the 355th Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, and to send the series off, Rony has chosen a car that everybody loves to send the series off in style. So there we go. We thank him for that. Yeah, everything else in the championship is scrapped. Round 7 will be the final one, Owen. So yeah, it's been a good run. What can we say?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely lots of memories to look back on, and certainly, yeah, we will be looking back at some of our favorite moments, I'm sure, over the coming weeks. So yeah, it is certainly one way to wave goodbye to RTFR.
Yeah, round 8 of the championship will not feature a mod, and it won't be at West Hill National. We'll see you then. Owen, let's take a look at the championship standings and see how it's shaping up, because it's quite the action-packed season so far, and Gabor is stretching a small lead over his teammate Rick Cardle. Will he win the championship tonight?
Yeah, it's certainly a bit of a stretch if he needs a lot of things to go his way to become the new champion. So yeah, it's definitely 1v1 fight here for the title, and Gabor he has the control of the destiny, I think, but yeah, it's going to be really, really close if Ricardo can actually get working his way up to the front.
Yeah, indeed. They are both on the server. It's currently Gabba leading Ricardo, but spoilers, we'll get to the qualifying results in just a moment's time. Yeah, a large number of drivers, of course, competing and getting at least a point so far in this year's championship, as ever. Yeah, so there we go. 62 drivers have scored points so far, and we have just under a minute to go before the grid, where we'll have 12 laps of racing around Kyoto GP Long with the Boothy chicane. The best combination, I think, that we could have tonight with the LX6.
Yeah, without a doubt. It should be a great run to the first few corners. Of course, there'll be lots of racing room here. Kyoto is one of our larger circuits on Live for Speed, so these cars can definitely get 2 or 3 wide minimum. Certainly, if you're feeling courageous, you can put in a 4th car there, and yeah, definitely the oval without your traditional wings to provide downforce. That's going to be another factor that these drivers have to put into their setups. It will make things very fascinating.
Indeed, we're just waiting for the drivers to join. Some of them a bit reluctant to get onto the track. Yeah, while we do that, let's have a look at the qualifying results and see how people line up for the race tonight. It's Antti Valter who pips Yes Motorsports Vitaltas Lagutskas to pole position. Then we've got Jorpa, Gabba and Rick Cardle, your championship leaders there in 4th and 5th only in the qualifying.
Yeah, so Rony confirms Antti has completed his 12th pole position in his RTFR career. So yeah, a good way to sign off on the series, and he'll want to turn this pole position into victory regards to what the Sidus drivers can do. So they'll be working very hard to try and dislodge Leguskas and Yorpa in their bid to win the title. But yeah, definitely a lot of quality drivers hanging about in the top 10. As of course, we have 3 of the W drivers there in the top 10 as well. And I think Vitautas has gone to the pits, so I'm not sure if he wants to actually race. He's just got himself on the front row for nothing.
Well, for the final ever time, Owen, take us away for the start.
Yeah, so Vitautas has actually changed the setup just in the nick of time. So we're on the red lights and waiting for the release. There they go, green. Let's see who can keep that wheel spin in check. Unite looks like he's got a pretty good start there. You can just see him in the middle of the screen there trying to battle the winner's team. And Leguskas on the outside of Antivalta heading into turn 1. But then he might be able to try to switch back on the high side again. And he uses a lot of curb to defend, and Yorpa's almost squashed Leguskas in between those 2 LX6s. And this gives Gabor a fantastic run. And yet now Yorpa defends hard. So Ricardo now, it's going to be really, really tight here despite the racing room. So who's going to be bravest on the brakes? Leguskas now in the middle, Yorpa on the high side, and contact. So Antivalta needs to use this momentum in his favour. Wheel banging all over the place, Pete.
Yeah, three wide, and there we go. Antivalta on his roof, tumbling across the racetrack. He's going to be collected by someone else here. Yep. That's 3 into 1, not going well for Antivalta. Poleman not happy with that at all, but it's Yorpa who takes himself to the front. That's Jordan Lavrikov, everybody, in the lead. Jordan Lavrikov leads.
My goodness gracious, what a horrendous start there for Antti. He's gone from proceedings, and Unite just beside Naloy Luca had contact with him as well.
Yeah, Unite's off into what would be turn 9. In fact, it is turn 9 as he's gone off on the entry. Everyone else gets through. But my, what a dramatic start to the final RTFR. That's Antivalta spinning out and crashing out in style there.
Yeah, that is absolutely bizarre. And in fairness, here is Michael. He's paying tribute to a co-worker who unfortunately has passed away after a battle with cancer. So Michael has a special tribute livery there to Yaron, who's unfortunately no longer with us. But yeah, it's a very poignant tribute there, and I wish Michael and all the family of his colleague a lot of condolences at this very difficult time.
Here, as Gabba gets a terrible exit out of Boothy, and Rick Cardle is able to pull away. That's Massman, just in behind Gabba now.
Yeah, Massman doesn't sense there's a clear inside line open on Gabor, tries to get close, maybe loses a bit of speed, and that's Dadislav and Kirill right behind, ready to work together, I'm sure. Yeah, an extraordinary first lap, one of the maddest of the whole season thus far.
Absolutely.
And it is Yorpa in the lead.
Jordan Lavrikov crosses start finish to start lap 2 of 12, followed by Rick Cardle, Gabba, Mausman, Dodislav, Kirill, Nali Luka. The winners team are doing well tonight. Hey, they've got 3 drivers in the top 10, and it's looking golden for them today. Here's Raymond.
Yeah, really, really positive start for them, all gaining positions among the carnage. So yeah, Ricardo now spaced out behind Jordan Lavrikov. Gabor now trying to fend off Mouseman, I think. But yeah, we're checking out the battle in the column for Rayman versus Agorka, and now Ruby here looking to see if there's a way past Redbot. It's all happening here. LG Meese there, our broadcast colleague. Just watching on to see what happens, but maybe he's left the door open for Magic. No, I don't think he has.
Yeah, Rayman keeps that position for now, and Jordan Lavrikov is opening the lead over Gabba and Rick Cardle. But actually, I think now that Gabba has stopped hassling Rick, he might be able to close up potentially. Massman has dropped off the back of Gabba, and that's Dodislav, who's looking racy behind into turn 9.
Yes, of course. So on board here with Dodislav. Just over the shoulder camera there. You can just see how hard he's working. But of course, yeah, these mirrors nice and large, so you can see plenty around you. the LX6. So he continues to work hard through Parabolica onto the oval. We're going to look at Rony for a moment here on this emotional occasion where he has to say goodbye to his long-standing series of Gorka and Arskar taking each other off. They've locked wheels there after Gorka was sent into a spin.
Yeah, it'll be a sad day for Rony, won't it? But he'll like getting 2 places, that's for sure. 2 places handed to him on a plate. And that takes him up to P14 for Rony. Unite is going for a move on Mika. And he's through into Boothy. Won't even need to risk anything going in here. Mind you, he's got up to some traffic. He's got up to Redbot and Ruby. And he's already going for a move on Redbot, trying to find a way through towards the final hairpin. Sneaks up the inside, and he's got it, yeah.
Lovely job there. And the comeback drive. Oh, and he's lagging out a bit here. Hopefully that's just on his side. And
it
he
looks
can
like
get back
going
as soon as possible. Yeah, that would be horrible just to lose out on that overtake. It was neat and tidy.
Yeah.
Fast slap from his teammate though, Gabor. 2 minutes, 43.42 seconds.
Yeah, it could be fatal for Unite. I think it will be. Yeah. So we've got 3 wide, almost a 3 wide situation here between Rony and Johnny SVK. Rony going around the outside on Johnny. Good effort there. Unite's still in the server somehow, but he's gone past the normal 30-second timeout. He's well into the now 40-second. There he goes. He's gone.
Yeah, how unfortunate that is. I know he was already at the back with that accident on lap 1, but yeah, just to lose out on the chance to fight fair and get some more points, that's even been taken away from him. So hopefully be back now in some other series that we'll get to see him in.
It's Jorpa leading Rick Cardle and Gabba now closing in, I would say. I think that gap is definitely going down. Mouseman dropping back ever so slightly. Let's have a look and see what Lagutskas is doing. He's got a run on Nali Luca. He's trying to break up this triplet of winners' cars in the slipstream there. And he's going to try and go up the inside into Spoon Corner. In fact, he's been let through. Look, Nali Luca with the indicator on. And that is P7 then for Lagutskas.
Yeah, I suppose Naloy Luca, I'm sure he'll be grateful that he can get some slipstream here just to ensure that coasting to let Lagutskas by for that brief moment. So he'd be well clear of Michael and Tamuli. Let's see if he wants to hang back and wait for his opportunity future time, yet using the wall just to slow the car down even more there. Really interesting technique that thankfully doesn't ruin the suspension.
Yeah, it's a technique from the ages, slowing the car down using the wall there, as Arskar is almost gets through on Motta Macari. Motta Macari holds the place. P16 is his. Mouseman in the yellow with a draft on Kirill going to the outside, which will become the inside for turn 1, and it looks good. He's got the overspeed here, Eoin.
Yes, he certainly does. I'm waiting for his chance to brake even later. No, Kirill actually was braver on the brakes, but with a backfire on him, he's hanging on, clinging on for dear life, and that's remarkable from Kirill to actually brake later when he was trying to use the ordinary racing line, but knowing that there would have been a car on his inside, he's actually achieved his defense. So of course turn 3 coming up now. This could be a bit easier for the car on the outside to perhaps try the switchback, and Kirill continues to defend. So yeah, really impressive stuff here.
Yeah, great stuff. I would have expected Mouseman to make it through by now, but Kirill putting up a great defense. We head into the sweepers for the 4th time out of 12 in tonight's action in RTFR, and well, Mouseman thinks he's got another run, but is immediately blocked by Kirill here. Will he go for a move into turn 9? That would be super brave.
He's going to change it to 6th gear now. Waiting to see over 200 kilometers per hour. Oh, behind, of course. He's got to be mindful. And the understeer is going to... If anything, Naloy Luca is ready to seize this chance again. Yeah, these 4 or 5 different drivers, all eager to...
Are you with us, Owen? Owen with a little bit of difficulty. He'll be back. He's here. As we're watching, a lot of cars squabbling for position. Nally Luca trying to get through on Lagutskas here. Decides not to do it on this occasion. Mouseman still following Kirill through Boothy. Not able to get through on the oval.
He's going to try again, I'm sure, into the last few corners. What can... Yeah, Kirill will try and block. Oh no, he just takes the ordinary racing line again. And a big slide from Mouseman.
Oh, but he's parked it perfectly on the apex. Oh, it's brutal from Kirill. It was a good pass, and Kirill pushes him round, and Mouseman's going to be furious with that. That was a good overtake, I think. Oh, and Rony avoiding Mouseman over the sleeping policeman. Oh, it's Lorenzo. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, Lorenzo has his name on the number plate, which is the only real giveaway. Yeah, that is the smash and grab there for Lorenzo. Didn't really know what was probably on the horizon, but he was able to take a shortcut and secure 10th position.
Yari side by side with Igorka over start finish. Igorka going around the outside, and that looks like job done. As on this lap, Jordan Lavrikov has set the fastest lap at 2:42.64 and is pulling a gap now 2.5 seconds over the Sidus drivers. And here's a fight that's still going on. It's Asker versus Motomikari. Motomikari still holding off Asker, doing a grand job, and this is a battle for P16 on the outside into turn 4 for Asker. It's not going to work there. Maybe the undercut or the switchback. As we've got our leaders in the championship fighting with each other as well. Gabba has caught up to the back of Rick Cardle, and we're going to see an on-track battle between Sidus drivers, are we? Is Rick Cardle's surely not going to back out into turn 9 side by side? Oh, he has! Gabba's forced his hand into that corner.
Yeah, and of course, in XL, we saw a 0% finishing rate for the Sidus drivers in the McElroy, so they definitely don't want to take each other off and end up performing an unwanted double. So yeah, they'll definitely want to at least play a bit nice with each other, just for the sake of team unity.
Well, Gabba lined up a fair move. Rick Cardle opened left the door open, shall we say, and it was job done for Gabba, who now can set his sights and try and close the void that is opening up between himself and Jordan Lavrikov. As we've got Mouseman now battling his way back through the grid, trying to get back through on Lorenzo, who passed him at the final chicane, and he's through for Boothy.
Yeah, really well done on his fight back after getting spun around. Lorenzo won't give up by any means. He knows there's still enough time, about half of the race to go in just a moment. Lap 7, I think, should be the halfway mark officially. And Lorenzo does try into the second to last corner. And Mouseman may get a better launch into the mini chicane. Yeah, now he realizes, turnabout's fair play. If you're going to take a shortcut, then so will I.
Well, you know what? It's the last race. What are they going to do to him? Disqualify him? Anyway. Lots of battles going on up and down the field. As we see that even though Gabba has made it past his teammate, the gap to Jordan has opened up on that last lap. 2.9 seconds now over the Sidus boys. And McElroy's had a very dodgy entry into turn 1, and that's potentially allowed Oscar another challenge down into turn 4. A little bit too far away, I think. But oh no, the slipstream's working for him. He might go for a dive. I would. Nope, he's backed out of it. Good job I'm not the one driving. There we go. And other news, Team Eoin's made an overtake on a Born to Race car. He's got through on Ruby and Redbot a couple of laps ago as well. We didn't see any of that happen, but it's happened. And we always like to report on a Team Eoin overtake, don't we, Owen?
Of course, yeah. The gentleman driver actually making overtakes. It's certainly stuff we love to see. And,
yeah, sorry about that. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, well, we will report on it, I suppose, yeah. But it is great when we do see it. Oh no, McElroy. Careful.
Well, we saw that, and he's off. And he's been passed, finally, by Oscar, who will hopefully, well, consolidate that place and run away for his own good. Here's Michael again, sporting that memorial livery to honour a passing co-worker. Nice thing to do.
Yeah, it's really well appreciated, I'm sure. And of course, yeah, his memory will hopefully last forever within his family and, of course, all his friends and co-workers. So, yeah, really, really sad times, of course. So, yeah, we pass on our best wishes and condolences.
Well, here we go then, Owen. Last corner before we get to halfway through. And on to lap 7 for Lavrikov. Here he comes. And he has opened up a tiny, tiny margin again over the two behind. Only just. In fact, no, there you go. It's gone over 3 seconds now. Gabba does not have the strength at the moment to close the gap to Jordan.
Yeah, so Rony also shared with us before the event, no nationality has won more than twice with the LX6. It's a 4-way tie between Finland, Hungary, the Netherlands and Lithuania. So I'm not sure if Jordan has won before, but that would mean Estonia would have a win, if I'm not mistaken there. So that would be no resolution to the tiebreaker, but certainly a new name on the list. Always welcome, I think.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, the LX6 has been used a lot in RTFR, I feel like. But it's amazing that there's only 4 countries that have more than 2 wins. There we go. 15th race with LX6, you said, Owen?
Exactly, yes, 15th.
Yeah. Here's the Mooly, always providing us with his onboard. You can catch him on Twitch at @theMooly_. And pull up his live stream alongside our own to get him on board.
Yeah, he's still celebrating the ice hockey. I'm not sure if the playoffs are in progress at the moment, but yeah, he's still got the black and gold scheme to celebrate the fact that his hockey team has made it to the playoffs in the Finnish league. So yeah, I'm sure you can enjoy that party for as long as it lasts, even if they don't quite win the whole thing. It would be exceptional if they could, but yeah, definitely the party will not end until it's forced to end as far as the Mooly is concerned.
Rony here going to the inside for Boothy on Rayman. Brakes later and over the speed bumps. And Chris just confirming in our ear that Estonia has won once in the LX6, but who was it? Bit of an oversteer moment out of the final corner for Rony, but no bother. Gabbert. 3.2 seconds back from Lavrikov. It's opening up that gap. It's not going down at all. So very, very strong pace tonight from our man out front. As here we have best of the rest, Dodislav. Now in a fight with Lagutskas, who would probably like a podium tonight, and we'll see if he can affect the podium fairly shortly. I imagine he's not got too many laps left to bring down that 3-second deficit he's got to Rick Cardle, but I'm sure he'll give it a good go.
Yeah, exactly. He lost his front row as a result of the lap 1 incidents, so he wants to try and get as close as possible back onto the podium or anything close to it. So yeah, working as hard as he can to try and dislodge the final contender from the winners team, which is Dodislav, who has driven a very fine race today, climbing all the way up, I think, from his P8 qualifying slot, with his teammates. Now he's cut adrift from them, but yeah, he definitely had that alliance that he could rely on, and he is really thriving today.
Isaac Price in the chat says that Renault Coots was the previous Estonian winner, and he's right, it was, and it was on the 30th RTFR, so a very long time ago. So Jordan Lavrikov would join Renault as an LX6 winner if he can keep it going. I love the copious amounts of statistics we have in RTFR.
Oh, exactly, yeah. It's I'm sure, a historical artifact we can look back on with a lot of joy. All the famous winners and performers, and of course the vehicles themselves. Lots and lots of cars have been used all year, in all the years of RTFR.
Well, someone is going to get the biggest accolade of them all, Owen, of course, because it's going to be the final ever win.
Yeah, I suppose Antti Valta, he won the 99th edition of RTFR and RTFR XL in a weird coincidence. Yeah, to be able to sign off as the final ever winner, that'll be a great feather in the cap.
It will, and someone that's throwing away their victory at the moment over Monte Macari is Asker, who's getting it all out of shape out of the final corner, and he's going to be an absolute sitting duck as we come out of the final corner. Monte Macari would quite like an overtake, I'm sure, with the slipstream he's about to get. Yeah, is he going to go to the outside, to the inside? And, well, he might be back through here. Asker has got this all wrong. And, well, yeah, Monte Macari's back through.
Yeah, he had that huge amount of speed and he kept it under wraps there, able to control the car under braking as well. So that's a clean pass. And he's pulled neatly away, about half a second. We'll check out now the battle. We'll take the opportunity to watch a Born to Race versus Race Green contest here. Lorenzo defending from Sufor. So yeah, Sufor is actually the best Born to Race driver on the grid today, and he wants to try and get through on the best Race Green competitor on this emotional day, I'm sure. So keep working away, and I'm sure something big will come Sufor's way. Oh yeah, Lorenzo a little bit slower this time, so he could make a small gain into the oval.
Out of the oval, or onto the oval, sorry. Lagutskas is closing in on Dodislav. We thought he would, but let's see if he can get through. This is the best opportunity he's had so far. Dodislav is going to defend this. I would be very surprised if he doesn't. Yeah, he moves all the way to the left-hand side. It's going to force Lagutskas on the outside at Boothy, but he might already be through. He is. Yeah, later on the brakes for Lagutskas, using the old wall trick. Trick as old as time, that one, to slow down for Boothy. And he is through and up to P4 now.
Yeah, tremendous work there. And yeah, the work will certainly continue here. Dodislav won't want to throw in the towel whatsoever. Lagutskas almost overshooting the corner a little bit. He was able to tame that understeer in the nick of time. And he too takes a big chunk out of the final curb there just to give himself lots of speed for the start finish straight. But now we'll check out the inter-team battle. It's Magic who wants to overtake his teammate Redbot, and Redbot obliges. He doesn't see the benefit of battling with Magic, who must be going a lot quicker this lap. I will double check that. About half a second either way, yeah. So Magic seems more comfortable with the car, and a fast lap for the Guskas. So that's a big show to Dodislaw, just how hard he had to work, knowing that the performed lap there by Luguskas was the best of all in this race.
Everybody's going for overtakes at the moment. We've got Sufor making a move on Lorenzo on the home straight, and that's up to P11 for him. He finally gets through. The leading drivers for Born to Race and Race Green swapping places. And yeah, the gap between the Gutskas and Ricciardo just 2.2 seconds, and we've got a lot of driving left. Lap 10 of 12. That's still a good 5.5 minutes of racing. So lots of time to be made, and lots of time to be lost by some of the drivers. Magic's had a bad exit from turn 3, and well, it looked like Redbot might be coming back at him, but has backed off of it, doesn't want it. So Magic...
Oh, don't hit him.
Magic almost giving
Magic
him no
horrendous
choice.
understeer there. You could just, sense the teeth gnashing there. He wanted the car to get back on the power, and it just wouldn't cooperate. So Redbot had to slow himself down there as well. So the split time is really going to favour Timu there. 52.95 for Timu, Magic and Redbot both in the 54s. So yeah, that's an absolutely dreadful corner, and the LX6 will have to get back to work for them while there's still time.
Here we go. We've got Mouseman on Thamuli on the outside in the yellow machine. Thamuli's going to fight him hard, I'm sure. Oh, early on the brakes for Thamuli. Mouseman, tighter exit, and that's no, Thamuli into the back of him.
I think he just noticed in the nick of time he didn't go full bore into the rear, but yeah, he's got the inside line again heading into the turn 16, and he's going for it. Hold it, don't let the oversteer and the drift take control.
That final corner, he's really going to get in trouble if he keeps doing that, but it's fun to see. Out of the final corner, picking up the slipstream. Latvia versus Finland, this one, and it's going to be side by side over start finish on to lap 11, the penultimate lap in RTFR history.
Yeah, just keep your emotions in check, everybody. You're almost there. And Thamuli on the high side.
Well, that battle is going to rage on and on and on. And the Gutskas is now 1.9 seconds away from Ricciardo, but he only has a lap and a half-ish to go, and that's probably not enough time to catch and pass. So for now, our podium is all but written, and it's Jordan Lavrikov who is absolutely steaming away at the front. 4 seconds nearly the gap. And that is dominant. Mouseman really wants to get past Thamuli, and he wants to do it at that corner. No, he backs out of it. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that's not a good idea, and even Mouseman's backed out of it. That shows just how much everybody knows that you can't make a move there. Into Spoon, maybe? Yeah, it's giving it a good go. Thamuli will have potentially a better run out of here. He can use more of the runoff, and they're going to be side by side on the run down to Boothy. This is going to be spicy, and Mouseman will pick up the slipstream again.
Yeah, the foot to the floor there. The car really does adjust well to the banking when they have to resort to the oval section. And he's through for now, but is he left it too late on the brakes, using a lot of counter steer to get the car pointing into the left-hander? And yeah, he's done it for there. But of course, this is where Tamuli fights back. He seems to prefer the run up the gentle crest, and he's going to try and pick his preferred line. No, actually, Mouseman had it covered. And again, he used the tail as a defensive mechanism. And it works for now, but you can just see how hard he's working as we begin our final lap of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race action with Jordan Lavrikov in the lead. And again, back to our battle for 8th position. Tamuli has his nose and 4 wheels ahead now. He is through for this portion of the straight, but the corner will be a different matter altogether. Tamuli's got it, but a big slide there. He's going to lose a little bit of his momentum. Mouseman, yeah, he will have to, certainly say, yeah, job half complete. It's not over yet, he'll say. So let's see how he gets on in the slow stuff.
This is a great effort. Mouseman is an experienced pair of hands, especially in the loose rear-wheel drive cars. A lot more LFS experience over the years than Tamuli has, so this is a great battle. Showing that the new guard are here and ready to slap the taste out of the old guard. But there we go. Great to see.
Checking out the onboard view from just before the windshield, and again that corner, it's just too risky unless you're already the nose in front. There he goes though, Tamuli, slower on exit, and Parabolica could be very telling, especially if Mouseman can actually use the Boothy chicane as a harder block as opposed to needing to throw it down the inside and then slide in for defense. So he's going to try the switchback, really making sure not to hit the accelerator too hard. Yeah, we'll join that battle in just a moment as here we are. Jorpa, or Jordan Lavrikov, is about to put a fantastic final signature onto Rony's Tuesday Fun Race. Through he goes, turn 16, gently onto the 17 curb, and now 18, yeah, taking plenty of the shortcut. And there we have it, folks. Congratulations to Jordan Lavrikov, and farewell to Rony's Tuesday Fun Race. A wonderful way to see it go. The LX6 does its job really, really well. Performed here by Jordan Lavrikov. Congratulations.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day, Eoin, but it has come. The checkered flag has waved the final time on this championship as we get everyone else cross the line. Gabba,
There's our champ.
He'll be our champion. Gabba's going to be champion in the Drivers' Championship, and Tamuli is going to get it on Mouseman across the line. He takes it. So a great move there at the end. And Mouseman did end up in front of him just before Boothy, but Tamuli at the line has managed to get back through, and they congratulate each other in the chat, which is nice to see.
Yeah, very good.
As Jordan Lavrikov drives up onto the New Dimension Racing gantry there. Because obviously, Rony's Tuesday Fun Race is a New Dimension Racing series, Eoin. There we go.
Yes, we should have our final sequence of finishers coming now. 19th and 20th Magic, just ahead of Stephen Martin there. So Steve, I think in lap 1, had an incident. He was in the gravel and that cost him positions, so he ends up in P22 anyway. I think +1 compared to his starting position. And then Redbot 23rd, and that completes our grid.
Yeah, that is everybody.
Ruby.
Oh no, we've got a couple more.
Ruby.
Yeah, sorry. Jumped the gun there. We've also got Mika Sarkinen coming. We forgot about
we do, yes.
About Mika and Boaz as well. Here comes Mika. Over start finish he comes. And then just waiting for Boaz. It's going to be a bit of a wait. He's at the Boothy chicane. But yeah, it gives us a bit of a time to reflect on the race. I mean, that was a good one. The LX6 always an entertaining car, and well, the Boothy chicane just adds a little bit more to this configuration. One extra proper corner for drivers to navigate.
Yeah, just making sure he doesn't spin, making sure he can get to the end nice and relaxed, I suppose. Yeah, he's done his best to keep this LX6 under control. So yeah, great effort here from Boaz. So yeah, that's our round of finishers. So just about 5 or 6 drivers, I think, DNF'd. Yeah, still good showing here, and well done to all our drivers.
Yeah, that is everybody, Owen. So let's do this for the final time. Let's go through the results of RTFR. The 355th and final edition wins. The winner is Jordan Lavrikov. Yorpa there in 32 minutes, ahead of Gabba, Rick Cardle, the Gutskas, Dolislav, Naliluka, Kirill, Thamuli, Mouseman, and Michael, the top 10, with Sufor, Rony, Lorenzo, Rayman, Johnny SVK, Motta Makari, Aska, Igorka, Yari Katila, and Timu Soini. Your top 20. Over on the second page of the results, it's Magic, Stephen Martin, Redbot, Ruby, LG Meese, Boaz 2005, and Unite and Valter both DNFing in that first lap incident. That was a pretty dramatic way to finish to begin the race, Owen, with Antti Valter spinning out and flying onto his roof in a 3-wide situation at between turn 4 and 5.
Yeah, certainly would have been a terrifying incident to be flipped upside down in this car, knowing everyone is going line of stern behind you or beside you. So yeah, that would have been a horrible way to see your pole position vanish. But yeah, these things can happen in racing.
Well, that concludes the final ever Rony's Tuesday Fun Race. And in 2 weeks' time, you can join us for the 356th round at West Hill National with a mod. Oh, and what mod is it? I can't even remember. I think I need to check that out. I think it's the... Yeah, it's... what is it? Troino JGT. There we go. It was on the tip of my tongue. And that will be on April 15th, 2025. So we'll hope to see you then. And that was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly not a case where I could have called the winner in advance. Jordan Lavrikov drove absolutely brilliantly, so yeah, he picked up the pieces and never let it go. So yeah, that was absolutely remarkable. And of course, yeah, fine battle between the teammates, Gabor and Ricardo for the runners-up position, but Gabor was able to make his overtake and make sure no one else could catch him up. And then Laguskas fought back from losing out there after his second place spot on the grid. So yeah, really good for him. And then of course the winners team, really, really fine showing for them. And I'm sure we'll see plenty more of them down the line.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we've got time for. Jordan Lavrikov is your winner tonight. And yeah, from all of us here at Sim Broadcast, we hope you have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Thanks to our drivers, of course, and to our sponsors, World Class Lines, for supporting the championship. The prize pool and the broadcast support is always much appreciated. Owen, it's been a pleasure. We'll see everyone next time. Good night.
Bye-bye.